Hey guys, welcome to another English commentary done by Diggity, SKT versus KTF Set 2, Shinhan Bank Winners League. And yeah, Bisu going to go up against Hoja, and I'll talk about that in a second. Once again, if you're in the Southern California area, OSL Finals Party will also be an MSL and a Pro League party at some old guy's place. So PM him on Team Liquid. I think he'll have a topic up soon. But otherwise, please donate the upper right-hand corner. I don't want to have to charge anybody for the OSL Finals Party. I'm poor in general, honestly. I could use the help with rent otherwise, but obviously party comes first. Think of it as paying it forward and helping your good old friend Diggity out. I know I'm just pandering at this point. I'm like a professional internet bum. Although I give you guys sweet English commentary, huh? It's a pretty good relationship we have here. I give you guys commentary, you guys give me comments, and show up to the part. Anyway, it should be fun. Anyway, Hoja going up against Bisu on Destination. I digress from that earlier, from the first portion. I take no responsibility for the earlier portions of this commentary. Sad. But Bisu, Zerg killer, so I don't know why they're putting Hoja up. Maybe they're like, okay, 8-15, don't really beat Bisu. I want you to just go in and wear Bisu out. And now they're throwing in Hoja, and Hoja is just kind of like the master of wearing a guy out, I guess, as well. And then they're just going to line up the entire SKT team to be taken down by both a combination of Flash and Luxury. Probably Flash before Luxury, just because Flash, I think, can take out Bisu. But Hoja, I know nothing about this guy, honestly, except for I haven't been keeping up with Pro League as much as I'd wanted to, obviously, because I can't see every single game. I've been trying to catch almost all of the MSL and all of the OSL, which is hard enough as it is, and that plus the, well, I guess I've caught a little bit of the CSL, a couple of the other matches out there. But anyway, this is just an odd place to debut a Zerg player. He's starting at the 12 o'clock position as the yellow Zerg, Bisu at the 6 o'clock position as the orange Protoss, and it looks like Bisu going for a fast expansion build, putting that pylon out to the forward position. This isn't what I would choose to take a player and debut him, not against Bisu, not during the playoffs. Maybe they have a lot of confidence in him, and maybe he'll pull something off and surprise me. But Bisu, very, very good player, very strong on a map like this. This isn't one of those maps that really, you have a lot of multitasking opportunities. It's not a map that really will hurt a player of Bisu's style. It's a pretty straight up Zerg versus Protoss map, in my opinion. You can get contained, obviously, on those bridges, but that's true of almost any map these days. I mean, that was true all the way back to Python, and it seems like that's been popular. Well, I guess Blue Storm really wasn't that way. But anyway, it feels like, yeah, your Protoss, you've got to contend with that expansion. Looks like Hoja's going to go for that early Speedling build. Bisu going to have to go Forge first, building that Forge to that corner. But yeah, I can't see Bisu losing this, honestly. And it looks like, did I see him try to put down a Nexus second? Okay, no, and he's just grabbing minerals there. But yeah, I got that scouting information. Maybe what Hoja can do is put Bisu in the dark, go some sort of cheesy build and pull something out. That's the only thing I can see Hoja doing to take this game, though, against a player of the caliber of Bisu. Bisu's just so good versus Zerg. He's just a dominant player versus Zerg. It's just absolutely insane that they would field him in this, and I'm waiting for them to get off this view. Cannon to the forward position, waiting for that second cannon to come down. Looks like a second cannon, and very nice alignment to make sure that run by does not happen. It would be very, very difficult for those Zerglings, even with speed, to sneak through that location. But maybe they'll be able to kill the scout. Looks like they are mostly dedicated to killing that scout. This is a key thing for Hoja. Hoja does want to kill that probe sooner rather than later, and if he is in fact able to, basically what he can do is he can cancel that Zergling speed and invest it in layer, and then get the speed as an afterthought. Looks like Bisu's already got his expansion on the way. Hoja not even bothering to kind of threaten that front door. It looks like he's actually now sending 2 Zerglings, and Bisu doing a fantastic job of just moving that probe scout along the way. And it looks like actually that probe is going to try to make its way out, so Hoja still could go could still go not speed, basically, and go for something across into the mid game. So it looks like he's able to chase that probe scout out. Looks like Bisu's going to pull around the corner. He's got that gateway on the front door as well. Able to surround it now, and let's see if he can get some degree of a contain. Without the speed, looks like another probe did manage to kind of eke out. It's got some minerals in its clutches. It looks like the Zergling speed has in fact kicked in. Otherwise, just a single drone on gas, interestingly enough. But otherwise, just 2 drones off, so a little bit more mineral heavy. And the Zergling's scooting around actually the back edge, so maybe they thought the probe went back there, and he's going for a quick 3 hatchery build. It looks like they're going to find nothing, and let's see what they're up to. It looks like they're going to hug that mineral line and threaten as though... Oh, they're burrowing! back there, and they're going to try to do that burrow trick through there. Bisu already has some probes to try to fight that off, so a little bit of a bug. You can kind of if you and losing an overlord, that's really going to hurt. But sometimes with the drones, or the lings, if you unburrow them all at once, you can sneak them through. He's going to force Bisu and see like that, and he's going to force Bisu. Going to get a couple probe kills, but going to force 2 more cannons to the backfield. That could hurt Bisu's economy. Let's see if he can get those cannons down. Actually, he's going to be able to get one of them down. I don't know that he's going to be able to get the second one down, but able to do some economic damage to Bisu here. And right now, I think they got to get rid of this map because it just feels like there's just so many tricks with that back mineral line that hurt Zerg in versus Terran, but also hurts Protoss apparently here with this burrow trick. And he can still continue to burrow lings in that back edge to continue to get that spot and be annoying with them. But so using a little bit of gas, looks like he's lost it again. Going quickly into a 3 hatchery build, now switching to lair. And this actually, this for Hoja, this should work out. Actually, he's still picking off probes. He's still disrupting that second gas. He's into a 3 hatch build. He's going to be in a great position, particularly if he keeps up with his micro and keeps these Zerglings alive. Looks like a couple Zerglings coming back to home base, and Bisu in the meantime hasn't even bothered to try to send another scout out and back around. But yeah, all sorts of, it looks like the Zerg player, actually no, he has sent that scout out to the top. I don't know that he spotted that 3 o'clock though. But it seems like the Zerg player is coming up with creative ways to abuse this map, which, I don't know, I always felt like it was the Terran players that would come up with creative ways to cheese, although I shouldn't say that because there is always silver out there. Right now, no second gas down, a drone, or the Zergling just hiding to that north base. It's going to be able to hang out there until either a cannon is built, which I don't think Bisu's going to want to invest in, or he gets a robotics facility, so trying to encourage that level of play. But Bisu's main and secondary not very good with the drone saturation. Looks like a Spire going down on the secondary, so going to go into a Mutalisk attack, and no other cannons down on that back edge. There are 3 cannons, well, 2 cannons out on that front edge, but without the other cannons out on the edge, I think Hoja might be able to, especially with that Ling at that position, he's going to be able to see how many cannons are being put in that back edge. It looks like he's going to bring some more Zerglings to do that same trick and just be a jerk with this. This is BM here almost. And yeah, and he's moving that Zergling right alongside that Nexus so he can see exactly how many cannons come down and exactly when that Stargate goes up. And if he produces 9 Mulas, Bisu's going to be in a lot of trouble trying to kill that probe scout, not quite doing it otherwise, and still has a couple other Zerglings out in the field just to try to do a little bit of spotting and keep those overlords out of the way. It looks like that Zealot very quickly getting taken out. Again, trying to pull an end around that Stargate, should be up momentarily. And it looks like no, so Hoja actually missing this opportunity, I think. Missing a key opportunity to send some Mulisks, I say, in the back of the base. And instead, he's going to put down an additional hatchery, and he's also going to, maybe it was just because of the lack of gas, because of the additional burrow and whatnot. And it looks like he's going to try to sneak some Warlings in here to do it once again. Bisu this time not going to be prepared for it, because, you know, usually you think, oh, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice. Well, who's going to try to fool Bisu twice? But here, Hoja trying to fool Bisu twice and able to sneak a significant number of Lings in once again. At the very least, going to be able to kill that. No, not quite able to kill that Zealot. And 2 cannons now going up in the background. So it looks like that hatchery and the additional drones were probably a good idea. I still think the combination of the two, they'd be able to do a lot of damage. But almost with that burrow, almost forcing Bisu through sheer annoyance to just tempting him to get robotics facility out. Looks like 3 Zerglings burrowing once again, still in the back of that base. Seeing all these hatcheries down. So what is this? It looks like a 5 hatchery build. It's probably switched to Hydralisk. Yeah, Hydralisk 10 going down now. Scourge to trace off that drone, but that 3 o'clock has been spotted. Bisu's economy been harassed, but he's Bisu. He's not out of this game yet. In a bad position, but not out of this game. Robotics facility on that secondary to get the observers up. He really wants to minimize that advantage of the burrow, and that's exactly what Hojo kind of wants to force here. And it's actually pretty good timing otherwise. And also with that Ling on that front door, he'll be able to see when troops move out, which helps Evolution Chamber down to get that Carapace 1, make sure he maintain. And I think he will actually maintain that weapons upgrade lead, because Bisu's had to invest a lot in cannons to try to keep up with this. And I think Bisu might be going for, I'm not sure if that's range or weapons 1, he could be going for that Bisu build again. No, he went robotics facility, never mind. He might be going for that interior Stork, that build we kind of saw from Stork with the, I think it was a pretty standard build in earlier Protoss days. But the robotics facility with Corsairs to support, and he might put down a Robo here, get a shuttle, get a Reaver, get a couple Corsairs, try to do some economic damage while taking his third. He hasn't got a lot of gateways down. That is really what the key issue is here. And there's the Robo facility now, and Citadel of Adun. So he's teching really hard here, going for the full gambit of a bunch of units. The key with that shuttle attack is you really need a couple Dragoons underneath to pick off Scourge, because otherwise in those Corsairs, you just need something to pick off Scourge.